All right, so many of you already know that I enjoy tech in the wearable category. I do make a lot of videos about wearables and watches, and I enjoy the wearable category because the products within it normally replace like the everyday accessories that we are already wearing and provide a convenience of tech. Now, over the last month or so, I've actually been wearing my Apple Watch Ultra 2 less and less, and I'm actually not even wearing it right now. And that's because of this guy, the UltraHuman Ring AIR. Now, this has honestly filled a void that the Apple Watch Ultra 2 has left open since I've owned it. And honestly, I don't think it can fill this void, but let me explain. Now, in case you're not aware, the UltraHuman Ring AIR is a smart ring, and the smart ring category is one that's been actually growing quite a bit over the years, with companies like Aura, UltraHuman, and Ringcon kind of leading the charge. And prior to the UltraHuman Ring AIR, I was actually wearing the Ringcon, and I loved the ability to track my sleep without a giant Apple Watch Ultra on my wrist while I'm sleeping. And the Ring AIR, honestly, has kind of stepped up the experience even more so with a detailed application and a sleek design. Now, I honestly don't think that I'm the target audience for the UltraHuman because, you know, I don't think I'm an ultra human per se. Like, I'm not running marathons or tracking my metabolism with their M1 glucose sensor that sticks into your arm. Although I think about becoming more active and managing my health a bit better, I know for a fact that I'm not there yet. But what I am is someone that actually lives with sleep apnea. It's present in many of the men in my family, regardless of weight or fitness level. Every night I go to bed with the CPAP mask fixed to my face because after doing a sleep study at the hospital, I discovered that I stopped breathing once every 60 seconds, which is nuts. So needless to say, I value a good night's sleep and want as much information as possible about my sleep performance throughout the night. Like I said earlier, the Apple Watch Ultra is a great tool for Apple integration. It works great with the iPhone and Apple TV and all that good stuff. And I still wear it for tracking workouts and overall activity, but when it comes to sleep, the UltraHuman Ring AIR is my new staple. It's lightweight and unobtrusive, so I can sleep throughout the night without tech getting in the way. Now let's get into the tech side of things and actually see what enables this ring to track your health. First off, it's made from titanium, so it's light and durable, and it's also reinforced with tungsten carbide carbon to avoid everyday wear and tear and scratches. Now I have the matte gray color option, but they also offer Aster Black, Binet Gold, and also Space Silver, which all have a more glossy finish. I'm also wearing the size 12 on my ring finger. They recommend wearing this on your index finger, your middle finger, or your ring finger. Just make sure you're choosing the right size for whatever your finger of choice is. It's all personal preference. I was also really impressed with the ring sizing choices from UltraHuman because I've received sizing kits from the other two competitors, and Aura doesn't offer a ring large enough for my fingers, and I maxed out the ring size on the Ringcon. Also keep in mind with UltraHuman, I got the size 12, right? So there are also size 13 and 14 if you have even larger fingers than me. And considering that my hands are larger than most, that's pretty impressive. All right, so let's talk sensors. This has an infrared PPG sensor. The PPG stands for some really long word that I'm not gonna try to pronounce. Also, there is a non-contact medical grade skin temperature sensor, 6-axis motion sensors, red, green, and infrared LEDs for heart rate monitoring and oxygen saturation, a 24 milliamp LiPo battery that takes 2 to 3 hours to charge to 100%, and it lasts 4 days at best for me. The website says 6 days, but it hasn't lasted that long for me yet. And like I said, I'm not extremely active, so take that as you will. Now let's talk software. The software is really what matters when it comes to interpreting the data captured by any smart ring or any smart device. And it helps you understand what changes you need to make day to day. Now, I'm not going to do like a deep dive on most of the software features because, like I said, I'm not using this ring to its full potential at the moment because I mainly care about sleep data right now. But it does give some really in-depth information. One feature that I think is really cool is the phase response curve. That mimics your body's like internal clock. It describes and illustrates the intricate balance between stimulus, light exposure, food, and exercise, and it's mapped in shifts of your like body's circadian rhythm. In short, it tells you when you should be taking stimulants, when you should be avoiding sunlight before bed, and when the best window is for you to be eating before bed. A lot of the notifications that you receive are going to be from your PRC on your phone. Like, it'll tell me when I wake up I should wait a couple hours before drinking coffee because it'll knock off my circadian rhythm and affect how I sleep throughout later in the day. PRC is probably one of the best features on the UltraHuman Ring AIR. Next up, the movement index. The movement index gives you your score based on your activity throughout the day. It's designed to like keep you moving for optimum glucose metabolism and to increase your non-exercise energy usage. This take on movement and exercise tracking is pretty unique and is more in depth than like, you know, just steps taken or exercise minutes recorded. This is actually a really cool little metric that you know, shows your overall score, you know, despite the fact if you just went on the walk or you went on a strenuous, you know, workout, or you did a lot of cardio or weightlifting. It takes all those factors in, also takes into account your recovery and your readiness to give you an overall movement score. Speaking of recovery score, your recovery score actually, in short, recognizes your body's baseline and then the correlation between your HRV and recovery, which helps you understand your body's recuperative capabilities. When I wake up in the morning, this is the score that I look at to see or know how well I was managing my health the day prior and balancing exercise and sleep. Sometimes if I go too hard on an exercise and I stay up late gaming or something, it reflects the next day on my readiness score, my recovery score. Or if I ate too late in the day or had a large meal right before going to bed, my heart rate will drop quickly when I'm lying in bed, and it'll let me know like, hey, that affects your body's ability to recover and heal itself throughout the night. All this information is laid out very nicely and broken down for you in charts and graphs, and it's really given to you so you can understand it plainly. They also do a great job of taking something that's very complex and simplifying it for you while giving you solutions for better health. It's not just giving you the information, it's also telling you, hey, this is how you can make this better, which is cool. And of course, it isn't all perfect. There are a couple things that I would like to see changed. For one, the battery does not last nearly long enough. I would love to see 7+ days of usage without having to recharge it. Also, it takes far too long to recharge this thing to 100%. And honestly, I think that's attributed to the lithium polymer battery, which doesn't have the greatest reputation for battery life, and I think also has like battery memory. I remember using LiPo batteries a lot on earlier drones like 10-12 years ago, and those batteries sucked. I would also love to see a charging case implemented in the future. That is the main thing that I miss from my Ring-Con ring. Having a case that has like a built-in battery, it's like a battery pack, giving you more flexibility with charging and eliminating your dependency on being tethered to a wall is huge. Like if I'm traveling and like, oh man, I forgot to charge my ring before I left home, I'm gonna have to wait till I get to the hotel, charge it on an outlet. No, I got a case, has a battery pack in it, pop it on the case, and it's charged up in 30 minutes. I'm good to go. Lastly, the section of the app that I use the most is very dense in information and useful, but I am limited to just one tab, really. I mean, I'm not gonna be getting the UltraHuman M1 glucose sensor that's currently in beta, and I'm not sharing my zones with friends because I don't know anyone else there that has an UltraHuman Ring AIR. And I think that another 60% of this app's screen real estate could be given to more useful information, whether that means breaking out the information that's in the ring section and all your health and security rhythm and everything, give those their own tabs, stuff for mental health. I would just take out the zones and take out the M1 beta stuff and really flesh out this app and just have it all be about the information for you and your body. But all that said, the UltraHuman Ring AIR is going to remain on my finger despite the fact that I also still have the Ring-Con and I want a charging case and I want better battery life, because it gives me something no other piece of technology can. It's also designed much better than the Ring-Con AIR, and like I said, the information that it gives is just way more useful. Now, of course, they also have had a lot of seasonal sales and promotions going on throughout this fourth quarter, and they have one coming up from December 23rd to January 4th. You will get 10% off and 6 months of the UHX membership, which is kind of thinking of it as like Apple Care. It's like an extended warranty. It also comes with deals and pricing, other products that you want to buy through them, trading promotions. You also have damage and loss protection. So, you know, if that's something that you want to partake in and you want to get one for yourself or for a friend or a loved one, go ahead and use code FBF10 at checkout. All the links will be down below in the description, but you'll get 10% off your purchase. But yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying this UltraHuman Ring AIR. This is their first ring, and it's a very good first attempt, whereas, you know, the other competitors like Aura are on like their V3 or V4. So this is a great first attempt. It's titanium, lightweight. It gives you some great information. It's discreet, doesn't get in the way, and I'll be wearing it for the foreseeable future until they make a better product or a better version. But if you guys like this video, you want to see many more like it, feel free to hit that like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, you know, hit the notification bell, come back for more, comment down below. You know what the YouTubers say, do all that stuff. But yeah, it's been a pleasure as usual. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay fresh. Peace.